I've got plums everywhere. So to store them until I get ready to ripen them, I've got them in layers, so if one plum goes bad, it won't affect a little more than just a little bit around here. It won't go down. So, and then I do wet that a little bit to keep them moist. And basically what I'm doing is I'm pacing myself so that I can pull them out of the refrigerator. Like I took these out of the refrigerator this morning. You can see that one's kind of sweaty because it's warming up. So these are warming up, and then as they get riper, I roll them over this way. So these got picked through this morning, and I just kind of roll on my fingertips, which are plum colored now. Ooh, isn't that cool? Plum is actually brown color. You can see. But I just kind of roll around my fingertips, and if they feel nice and soft, then I bring them over, and I take a knife and I run right down that line. I split them in half, and then I pop out the seed, and I'm going to dry these out, and I'm going to try to take a sledgehammer and pound them up and pulverize them and put them in like a facial scrub. So we'll see. But they're really nice. A lot of seeds. And then they're coming in here to my guest bedroom where I have my dryer going. And I've got a really big load in here right now of plums. So I just filled this up a little while ago. Just trays and trays and trays of plums. And I like this because it has a temperature variance on it. I've got it set pretty high right now because I've got a big load in there. And this will dry them in a day. So it's, it's a really great little device. I ended up, when I went into Cabela's to buy some backpacking gear, they talked me into a credit card. And that's been terrific, actually. And so you get points from that. I call them princess points. So this is about $100 dryer. It's their deluxe 10 tray dryer. But I like that it's got a fan that really blows air through it, and of course the variable temperature. So as these start to dry, then I'll turn my temperature down and then just let them run at that for, a good 4 hours before I get ready to take them out. That just kind of finishes them up nicely. But I got a big load in there with a lot of plums. So we're just going to let that run. And I'll show you this morning's haul. So I like to store in mason jars because you can throw them in the freezer if you want to. I can vacuum pack these. They're inert. I can can in them, but they're inert, so they don't give off any other chemicals to the food that you put in here. And so I think a canning jar is ideal. And then what I end up with is these beauties, the little nuggets of plums. And they look burnt, but that's really just the dark skin on them. And they taste like candy. So here's a full jar. So this is a half a gallon, well, it's a little more because this thing is plumb full of dried plums. Isn't that lovely? They're beautiful. And they're kind of crunchy right now, but they still have some moisture to them, so that kind of crunchy will go away and they'll become kind of gummy, which will be ideal. Now this one I don't have a ring on because I don't need it because I vacuum packed them. So my food saver has an attachment and I can draw down the air, and that's actually vacuum sealed. See, this is actually concaved right now because there's so much vacuum in here. And that is ready for long-term storage. I mean, put that in the closet for even 2 years and they'll still be really good. Keep them out of the sunlight. So, so you saw I have the drawer full in there. I've also got another box in the other refrigerator. So I probably have another tabletop coming. I need to go pick pears, so I'm going to put pears there, and those are going to be basically about 5 days after the plums, so I'll refrigerate some of those and slow them down like I did the plums here. Now I'm going to do at least 3 jars of the dried for me, and I might do a little bit more. I might do a 4th jar just to give away to a couple friends that I love. And then the rest I'm probably gonna pull the seed out of them and then put them in freezer bags, and then when I make wine I can pull those back out, run them through my food sieve to get the pulp out of it and kind of make like a plum sauce. And I can can some of that, but I can also take the rest and throw into my wine as a finishing flavor. And the plum is really good as a finishing flavor for homebrew. So some of it's going to go to that, and of course the pears that are coming will be for that as well. And I'll have apple and grape. So I'll have 4 juices this season, so that'll be really nice to have a nice juicy blend like that for a cocktail. All right. I'm Dive Girl Deb, and here's to Yellow Plums, dried for 2020. Woohoo! I'm so happy.